advice that's kind of stuck with you, or that he kind of keeps telling you to kind of beat it into your head over the offseason?
I wouldn't say he's trying to beat anything into my head, because, I mean, if I ask a question, he'll answer it, and I'm a quick learner. So if I ask him, he tell me, then I'll change it, and it'll be pretty fine.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Thank y'all.
How's going up against a guy like Sahvir helped your game as well?
It helps me a lot, because he gets all up into the offensive player with the ball, so I'd have to get low or use my body and figure out ways to get past him without him taking the ball from me. So I feel like that's good for me.
What are those practice battles like? Do y'all get intense out there, I'm sure?
Oh, most definitely. Everybody on the team is a competitor, so we just compete every practice, every chance we're on the court, or every opportunity we get.
I noticed a chart up there talking about the defensive hustles or players with A and stuff like that. Just what is it? Is that something that you all strive for each practice? Kind of how's that work for you all?
Definitely. We all, like I said, we're competitors, so a good amount of people on that board have stickers. So every day we're competing to get a sticker, and when we get it, we feel good.
I saw Damien have a lot on there. What's been watching him like in practice been so far?
He's been unbelievable, getting pretty much every rebound, hustling. Like he has every single award you can have up there, so it's fun playing with him.
Just what's your comfort level so far? Do you feel like you've adjusted pretty well so far, even at this point early in the season?
Yes, I feel like I'm doing pretty well so far. There's still much more that I haven't experienced yet, so I don't want to get too high, but I'm not low at all.
What are some of those things that you're looking forward to this year?
Playing at home in Rupp. Haven't really had a real actual game in Rupp, so I'm looking forward to that.
How do you know you kind of accomplish that each day in your own work?
Actually, there is a way that you can, because on this team, that's the same exact reaction I had when I found out that Coach tracks our sprints in the game. So if I'm not sprinting every single time down the court, I know I'm not giving my all.
Is there like at least a certain percentage you've got to hit, or has it got to be 100?
It's a grading system, so A, B, C, D, F, and you don't want to have any D's or F's. You want to have A's and B's. And if you have A's and B's, that means you're giving this your all.
What happens if you do get D's or F's, like extra work in practice, or what's?
Oh no, you just being lazy. You just get called out on it.
Man, I also want to ask, with all the NBA players, who are in the league right now from Kentucky, is there one who you have a relationship with and you just grew up watching, as you remember?
I have a good relationship with Tyrese Maxey, since we're from the same not part of Dallas, but we're from Dallas, so I feel like if I reach out to him, we could chop it up.
Has he given you any good advice, so far? Anything about dealing with Kentucky, dealing with coach, is anything like that?
He just told me to come out here and be myself. It's not going to be easy, but I'll be able to do it.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Carson, what's it like being a freshman? Just watch Oscar and just see his mentality and his unselfishness and how he comes in every year.
It's unbelievable actually seeing it in person. Going against him every day in practice, he actually goes hard every chance he gets. You'll see him in games and you'll wonder how he gets every rebound, but you come to practice and he gets every rebound, so you'll understand why he gets it in the game.
Is he fun to play with for that mentality? If I miss a shot, he's going to probably try and go.
Definitely, but he's not just a rebounder. He can actually make shots too, and he's pretty smart, so playing with him isn't really hard.
Talked to Oscar. He said the difference between last year's team and this year's group is you all, the freshmen, that you guys are more physically prepared and mentally prepared as well. What does that say to you, that he thinks that about you guys, and just kind of what you all bring to the table?
It feels good knowing that we have guys there for us, and they look on us in a positive light. So knowing that we can't really do much wrong without them helping us out is good for us.
Why do you think you're so physically prepared right now and just kind of have been able to embrace things so quickly?
I'd say because they're helping us out so much. If we have a question, they'll answer it. If we're messing up in something, they'll tell us, hey, this is how you should go about this. And they help us out so much.
What do you think has been the biggest piece of wisdom that you've learned from the team since you've been here?
Just stay calm, and no matter how much Cal yells or how much you think you might be messing up. Just stay true to yourself and play your game.
Okay, so what's been some of the biggest or most area you've been improving?
I'd say playing with pace, pushing the ball up the court, slowing down, just making sure everybody's involved and learning terminology.
Is there a game on the schedule?
I wouldn't say there's one game. I'm ready to go out there and play every game as hard as I can and see what the outcome is and have fun with our team.
How excited are you to Sunday? You're playing the game against someone that's not in blue and white finally.
It feels good. Just knowing that we can actually get out there and play against somebody different.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Oscar said that the difference between this year's team and last year's group is the physical preparedness of the freshmen, you guys. What can you say about that and just kind of how you guys came in ready to go?
I feel like just as freshmen, we have a really good group. We have, it's a lot of big guards of me, Cason, and Duke that's really physically prepared for college basketball, I feel like. And so we just got to get better with the mental aspect of the college game, learning. Obviously we're not perfect when we do. We still got to learn at this level. So, but physically, I think we're ready, and we're just going to keep building as a team.
You brought up the mental side. How have you adjusted with that, and how are you kind of continuing to improve in that area?
I think I just well. The coaching staff has been doing a great job of teaching us things, and also our teammates. The veterans. We got a lot of vets on this team that just been helping us through the way. Putting us under their wing. Things like that. So just helping us out and helping us win.
Is Adu's kind of play, and we saw what he did in the Bahamas and what he did in the blue white game. Is that a surprise to you at all, or?
No, he's a good player, and he has a lot of high offensive skill set. You know what I'm saying? So, he's going to really contribute to this team, and that's really what helps this team is our depth. We're a really deep team. A lot of guys that can put it on the floor, get their own bucket, and also look for our teammates. So I think that's really going to help us.
What are your expectations for yourself entering this season?
Being able to contribute to the team as much as possible. The end goal is to win a national championship. So however I can, get on the floor and be a defender or score or look for my teammates and make plays for them, that's what I'm willing to do.
How well defined do you think your role is right now versus do you think you have to get into the season to really know what that would be?
I think it's pretty well defined. The coaches, kind of let it be known of what they want to see, what you want to be doing, and things like that. So you can be yourself though. I'm just being myself. I have always been. I'm not really being a shell of myself, or I'm not, having to really take away much from my game that I've previously done. So I feel like I'm just going to be myself and be ready to play.
And that's what the coaches have told you? Just be yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
That makes it pretty easy though, right? At least in that regard.
Yeah, definitely.
What excites you most about coming to Kentucky? Just the fans, the environment, playing ball in general?
The fans definitely play a part in that. Just seeing the support. Going to Pikeville, Eastern Kentucky, and also playing in the Woodby Madness and seeing how much support we have across the state has really been a motivation for us to really do good this season. And also, how much I'm pushing practice is really attracting me to the school. That's what I really want to be brought into my freshman year. That's what I've been looking forward to. So.
Chris, how much are you looking forward to playing somebody else, with the first exhibition game?
Yeah, I'm just excited and I'm happy about it because, obviously we go against each other in practice every day. We're going at each other. So being able to see when we stack up against each other like we did in the Bahamas, it was a fun experience. So I'm looking for the exhibition game the same way, for sure.
What would you say the personality of the team is?
Personality? I feel like everybody has their own personality, but I will say that we're very close. We have a good group of guys that's just good individuals, good people. You know what I'm saying? Off the court, that care about each other and things like that. So I feel like we're just close, and that just helps us on the court too.
How excited were you when you saw Kentucky State on the second exhibition game so you can play your brother for the first time?
I was really excited. I feel like that's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a dope moment, a special moment for me and him to enjoy with each other. So I'm just looking forward to that for sure. I've been looking forward to that for a minute.
Y'all been talking back and forth about it?
Yeah, talking trash, talking
really?
Things like that for sure.
To your brother?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever been able to play against him? I know you guys have been teaming up for a long time.
Never played against him in an actual game. Probably had like a camp or something like that, but not an actual set game. So it was really dope.
So will you guard him, or will you tell somebody else how to guard him?
I'm not sure. Just know we're gonna get the job done. That's all.
How is he adjusting to college and just I know it's big for him too.
Yeah, definitely. He's been having fun, enjoying it. He's been gelling with his teammates from what I know. He's been enjoying practice, enjoying the coaches. So I'm really excited for him to be started at Kentucky State, and hope he's doing well.
Besides that game, what other game on the schedule has stood out to you?
I would say majority, you could say, of all the bigger games of Michigan State, Michigan, Arkansas. Looking forward to Gonzaga, things like that. Playing UCLA, Madison Square Garden. So all the big games on the schedule is really what I'm looking forward to.
Tell me about the defensive and hustle board. You think you're leading the team in stickers?
It's just something, you feel me? It's just something just going out and practice, practicing hard, doing what you have to do on the defensive end.
Why are you leading the team, you think?
I mean, I just go in, practice hard, get rebounds, block shots, stuff like that. So I guess that's pretty much sums a lot of stuff.
There are a couple players that don't have any stickers. I think Antonio doesn't have any stickers, and I think CJ just has one. What kind of motivation do you need to give them to kind of catch up with you?
I mean, I think I think it just thing is they do what they're supposed to do. They all practice hard. I guess it's just something that got to rebound the ball. Deflection, rebound, block shots, stuff like that.
Oscar talked about the freshmen and said that the difference between this year's team and last year's team is the kind of physical preparedness that these freshmen have. But what do you think about them and just kind of how physically prepared they are?
I think they're, you can tell, looking at all of them, they're pretty strong, and coming in the way they have been playing, it's pretty good. So I think that the way they have came in, they were very physically ready.
Talking to Cal in the Bahamas, he said that you're doing some Kevin Durant stuff in practice. What does Kevin Durant stuff in practice mean?
I mean, I guess, just knocking down more jumpers, dribbling the ball more, bringing it up, making plays, to pass the ball, stuff like that. So I think that's pretty much what he was meaning by that.
How much more comfortable are you doing, those sorts of things, kind of establishing a face-up game and, kind of guard stuff?
I mean, I think I'm a lot more comfortable, That's something, in high school, something I was able to do, just being able to just keep working on it throughout the year, just keep developing on it. I'm a lot more comfortable doing that.
Where in practice, somebody I think he said it was Damian Collins dunked on somebody. I'm not sure if it was something that the team kind of remembers, but is there anything you want to add to that? Because he said it was a big time, everybody kind of jokes about it.
Yeah, that's a team thing. Jacob, if he ain't say too much, I'm not going to say too much about it.
What's the major differences between this year's team and last year's team? Anything you see?
We got different guys. I think that's the biggest difference. We have different guys, different players.
Anything that you're liking that you see out there that you didn't see last year?
I don't like to compare this year and last year. It's 2 different years, 2 different sets of players. We have some returns, but I think it's unfair to compare last year's and this year's team, especially since we haven't played a game yet.
One thing you're real excited about going into this year?
I'm very just excited to get back in Rupp, play against some really good teams, really good players, play in front of a really, really good home fan base, who I think is the best in the country.
Talk about the leadership role that you had to take this year. Talk about that.
I think some of that is just maturity. In my last year, also my second go around, I'm kind of familiar with Coach Cal and the rest of the coaching staff and how they want things done. And I think leadership is something that I've always had. Not necessarily feel like I've kind of was into, but I'm the oldest of six kids. I've always felt like that kind of role in my life, whether with them or in schools, different school situations, and anything I do, I always feel like I was a leader. And I think this year, I think I can put that, on a bigger platform, being at Kentucky, being with a lot of younger guys and some guys who are returning. So I'm super comfortable with it. I'm glad I'm in it, and I'm continuing to get better every day for sure.
How much has Cason kind of helped you get better this offseason? I'm sure y'all have had some battles at practice and also had some good runs playing together.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. That's the story about coming to Kentucky. You're always going to have to come every day, show up every day to compete against the best players and with the best players. And with that, you're going to get better yourself. So it's been some really good things. He's helped me. I've helped him. We've kind of bounced some ideas off each other. We work out together, and it's been great.
The defensive and hustle board over there, what can you say about that? You have some stickers up on that board.
I guard. I play D. I mean, that's all I can say. The numbers speak for itself. I don't have to talk.
And then Damian has a bunch as well. What can you say about the impact he makes?
Damian rebounds and block shots. He got a 200-inch vertical. He should be able to lead us in rebounds and blocks.
How much are you embracing just this season, coming back, and just trying to prove just you can do even more this season?
I'm embracing it. I love that. I mean, I love the opportunity to be able to come back and play at a prestigious university like this. I'm not really into proving anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to win. I think I did that last year, and ultimately we fell short. But at the end of the year, only one team is going to win. So if we lost in the Final Four and championship, I would still feel the same. Like we lost, we wasn't good enough at the time. So I'm just super happy to be back. Super happy to be around great players, great teammates, the best coaching staff, and I'm super happy to just keep improving on my game.
Are there things that you want to improve on? Because, I mean, you mentioned the defense, the hustle, the point, just so much that you've done. I mean, what do you want to continue to work on heading into the season?
Everything. I think I said this before. I'm not better than LeBron yet, not Michael Jordan, not Steph Curry. So there's all these players out there I feel like are better than me, and I got to continue to get better in order to, not even prove myself, but just be a catalyst to a winning team and be able to win a national championship.
How much have you enjoyed this fan base?
I've enjoyed it.
The social media praise, the Sahvir Wheeler Day, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty cool. The Sahvir Wheeler Day, that kind of caught me off guard. I just woke up and I'm getting all these messages and stuff, so it was pretty cool to see. But, the fans, they come and go. And they're always going to be here. They're going to have support, and sometimes they're not. That's the thing about being at Kentucky. That's really, really good highs and really, really, really bad lows. So you just got to stay level-headed and enjoy it all and continue to work every day until you can become a better player.
On a lighter note, who's got the best kick game
Me.
on the team?
Oh, for on-court?
Yeah, just
on-court is me.
Off-court.
Off the court is probably Brennan. Brennan Canada. He has some crazy shoes in his closet.
Anybody who's pushed you the most in practice, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Damian Collins and Chris Livingston. I go at them and they go at me all the time. But that's just making us better as individuals, so it's good for us.
How are you feeling, by the way? Didn't you have a small
I feel
thing?
good. I feel good. You see me playing the blue and white game, I feel good.
Okay.
How do you turn the St. Peter's, that entire experience, how have you all used that to motivate you all off season? You kind of turn it into a positive down the road.
Obviously that's in the past. I don't think we kind of worry about that anymore, but obviously we have a chip on our shoulder because people expected us to do big things last year, which obviously we ended up losing. So I think this group is very locked in on this year and winning number 9. So I'm really excited to see what we can do this year.
Right now you guys don't have Oscar on the floor. He says by the season's tip-off he should be out there. How different is this team with or without Oscar on the floor?
Obviously having Oscar on the floor is very beneficial for us, but having him off the floor and moving people into different positions is also helpful because now we can work with different lineups and see who plays well with who and who doesn't. So it's definitely helpful in many ways.
How much better is Oscar?
How much better? He
was pretty good.
He was National Player of the Year. I mean, can't get better than that. But no, obviously he's definitely gotten better with shooting the ball. He's more confident shooting the ball, and he's actually been working on a lot of post moves and his footwork. So he's going to be really good this year.
You at the Combine were knocking down 3 after 3 after 3. How much more can that be a part of your game this year, just kind of the outside shooting game?
I think it's going to be a big part of my game because that's what I liked last year, and it didn't really help the offense that guys were sagging off on me. So now it's going to be really hard for guys to sag off on me because I plan on making shots. But obviously I'm still going to be that person who drives downhill, who tries to play through contact and all of that.
At Media Day last week, Calipari said that you've really matured and grown into yourself over the last couple of years. How have you seen that?
I mean, I've definitely had times where like I go back to my old self and try to be that kid again, but obviously I've definitely matured a lot, and it's definitely helped me on the court.
Do you feel like the old guy now? One of the old guys? Yeah.
Right now, no. I'm definitely the new guy, the new mature guy who's willing to do whatever it takes to be better.
to put you on the spot, Lance Ware at Media Day, he said that you came in as an 8-year-old, and now you're like 17 or something like that. Just how important is that progression for you in your game, especially on the floor?
Very. It's about discipline. Everything's about discipline. So I've been able to lock in on that, and it's definitely helped me on and off the court.
How old is Lance?
Lance is an older guy. He's an old head. He's his normal age.
So, did you have kind of the whole maturity thing? Was it kind of an awakening last year? It's time to do it, or was it more gradual?
Obviously, like I've had my moments where like I needed to understand like how far I'm gonna get in life if I'm not mature. So I definitely like had like a setback where like I was like really like talking to myself and my mom about what I need to do, because maturity is a big thing, not just in life but in this sport. So just having that discipline to become better, it's helped me a lot.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is there kind of a moment of kind of wasting what athleticism I have if I don't make a little bit of a change?
I mean, like you can say it would kind of be a waste if like like stayed that little kid and not really locked in, because then I wouldn't have reached my full potential. But obviously I've gotten better and I'm more mature now, so I'm definitely seeking to reach that max potential.
How much is your communication with your big brother help you kind of know what kind of things you need to do to make it to that next level? What's that communication like with him?
A lot. We talk a lot. After his games, after my games, even last year, he used to call me all the time and help me and tell me what I need to work on and what I did well. But I also do that for him. So like just having those conversations definitely helps me.
Do you have to toe the line of wanting to show you the potential and everything that you've shown or grown and add to your game over the summer versus wanting to fit in with the team and do what's best for the team as well?
I mean, there's times where like coach always emphasizes when like you work out, don't work out by yourself. So like he always wants us to work out with somebody, to bring somebody along, because obviously this is a team sport, but there's moments where like you have to work on yourself to reach your full potential. So obviously like there's moments where like I'm working on myself, but there's also moments where like I actually bring somebody to work out, because like obviously we want everybody to be great, because if everyone's great, then this team's going to be great.
Are you aware of the face recognition stuff in the practice gym or whatever to know who's getting up shots and stuff like that?
I mean, yeah, it recognizes everybody's faces. So every Monday, the information comes back and we know how many shots everyone took that week.
How do you rank on that?
How do I like?
Yeah, like are you one of the guys that's here the most, or somewhere in the middle, or?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I live in the gym, but everyone lives in the gym, so I wouldn't like knock it off on anybody. Everybody's been in the gym putting up shots, so I mean, I can say, yeah, I've been in the gym more, but everyone's different. Everyone's their own person, so if them being in the gym less is better for them, then it's better for them.
Now that you're toward the end, what's the best advice your older brothers give you, think?
To be patient, not just in basketball, but in life. Patience is a virtue, and you really need to be patient in everything that you do.
Does it come natural to you?
Patience? Yes. I'm a very patient person, depending on the topic.
What do you think the one area that you improved the most since you first got here to now?
My shooting. Yes.
You talked about Damian Collins pushing you a lot in practice. How much better has he looked this year from last?
Really good. The confidence is through the roof. He's been making shots. He's been finishing through contact. He's actually using his length and athleticism a lot more. So he's definitely going to be a good contributor to this team.
Yeah, I saw he's got most of the stickers on that board over there for the defensive and hustle players of the day. Just have you seen that, I guess? Is he consistent with him too?
Yeah, it's very consistent. He's very disruptive on the defensive end, getting blocks, getting a lot of rebounds. So he's definitely been really good in practice.